Y'all come back now. Here.
Archie suspects Edith is converting to Catholicism when she starts wearing religious medals and attending Mass on All in the Family, tonight at 7:30 on Channel 48.
I hope you have enough space, because this is only a fraction of what I have.
Don't worry about it, Raven. This suite has plenty of closet space. Just leave everything here and we'll sort it out later.
Well, that's what I intend to do, because I'm exhausted. I don't think I'll have the energy to unpack for a day.
Well, please don't be concerned. There's plenty of time.
Seems so strange. My husband lived here, my baby has lived here, and now I'm moving in.
I wish I had time to help you unpack, but I'm due at the station.
Well, I don't want to keep you.
It's probably just as well that you have some time to yourself anyway to get adjusted to your new surroundings.
Geraldine, thank you so much. It was wonderful of you to ask me to stay here. And I promise you, you don't have to worry. I'm not going to make any trouble, even if I have to change my entire personality.
Oh, Raven, please don't do that. I want to recognize you when I get home. I must run now. I'll be home around 8. We'll have dinner sent in from room service. Raven, I'm very glad you're here.
Yes. It's going to be very nice here.
Come in.
Want me to bring the car around, Mr. Whitney?
No, that won't be necessary, Gunther. I'm not going into the studio today. They're just going to have to manage without me.
Yes, sir. If you think that's a good idea.
And you don't, is that it? You think that if the cat's away, the mice may play? Well, I tell you what, Gunther, you go to the studio for me and keep an eye on the mice.
Well, I wasn't thinking of Mr. Wiley.
What were you thinking of? You were thinking of Martine's new doctor friend, is that it? Tell me, Gunther, are you sure about what you told me the other day, that Martine visited Dr. Cavanaugh when Jody Travis wasn't there?
I'm quite sure, sir.
They may have been waiting for the girl to arrive.
It's possible. Anything's possible with Miss Duval.
You really think there's something going on, isn't there?
I've seen certain signs. There's one thing I am certain of, Mr. Whitney. The doctor himself is very taken with Miss Duval.
I hear he's got a beautiful wife.
A sick wife, Mr. Whitney. She's been in the hospital several weeks with little hope of recovery. He must be getting very lonely.
All right, that's enough. I don't want to hear any more about Dr. Cavanaugh. I want you to take care of things for me, Gunther. You're very good at taking care of things.
Yes, sir. I'll do that.
The Edge of Night is brought to you by Mild Ivory Liquid. It helps hands stay young-looking. And by Bold 3 Detergent Plus Fabric Softener. Clean softens, controls static. Bold 3.
You gotta find it, Grandma.
I did. Mommy's favorite birthday dress.
Perfect for you. It's dirty.
Needs a good old-fashioned cleaning.
Feels rough, too.
We'll use Bold 3. Detergent plus fabric softener, all in one.
How can a detergent with a newfangled fabric softener give an old-fashioned clean and soften, too?
Bold 3 can. Watch.
We took the softening and static control of a full-strength fabric softener and concentrated it into a powder.
Then we combined it with Bold 3's powerful powder detergent.
Now I call that an old-fashioned clean.
So soft, too.
Such softness from a box of detergent.
Look, no static clean here.
Bold 3 for an old-fashioned clean and a newfangled fabric softener in one.
Can these hands fool you? Whose mother and whose daughter? Can't tell? Meet Pat Kendall and Laura. They're both students at Northwestern.
When you're in school with students Laura's age, young-looking hands are very important. And Mom's hands are very young-looking. Similar to mine.
Pat Kendall does lots of dishes. What's her secret?
She uses Ivory Liquid, and so do I. I've used Ivory Liquid 20 years. It's very mild to my hands.
Lab tests show Ivory Liquid's mildest to hands of all leading brands.
It's thick and creamy looking. I love the rich suds. Nothing we tried gets dishes cleaner. I'm counting on keeping my hands young-looking, like Mom's, and Ivory Liquid will help.
Mild Ivory Liquid, because young-looking hands are worth holding on to.
I ought to be able to give the mayor a good report card, Mike. Everything looks normal.
That's good to hear. I think it's been about a year since I had my last checkup.
I see your new job's already beneficial. It's forced you to do this. When do you start?
Officially tomorrow morning, right after the swearing-in ceremony at City Hall.
Well, I'll give you a little medical advice. You know, you're in good shape. Just don't try to kill yourself the first couple of months, impressing the mayor that you were the best choice for the job.
I don't intend to.
Look, Mike, now that I've given you a little professional advice, maybe you can give me some.
Oh, I'll be glad to. As long as you understand that this is my last day in private practice.
I have a patient who's got a rather unique marital situation. Well, I mean, I don't know, maybe it isn't so unique, but she's married a man who was divorced recently. So recently, as a matter of fact, that now the ex-wife has discovered that she is pregnant.
That is a sticky situation, isn't it?
Yes, my patient is very upset by the whole thing, especially since this ex-wife is a little bit on the neurotic side, and looks like she's going to try to take advantage of the situation.
What's she asking for? Child support?
It's just about everything she can get, I suppose. Not just money, but attention. And I guess you can understand how difficult that's making things with a new marriage.
Yeah, I can see that. But I don't see how she can force the husband, or the wife for that matter, into any kind of responsibility without a court decision.
Yes, well, I guess it's not just a legal problem, but, you know, an emotional one.
Well, of course, I don't practice matrimonial law, but since the baby was obviously conceived before the divorce, I'm almost certain that a claim for child support would be honored. Anything beyond that would be a personal decision.
Yeah, well, that was kind of my feeling on the matter.
I'd better get going. Promise Nancy I'd take her to dinner before her show at the studio.
I'll tell you what, you call me after 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, and I'll have the reports back from the lab on this, okay?
I will do that. Oh, Miles, by the way, how's April doing?
Oh, well, she's back in her apartment while Draper's camping out over at Cliff Nelson's place.
Now, that's one marital situation I hope can be resolved, and
yes,
soon.
So do I.
I'll talk to you tomorrow, and thanks.
Right.
With the music, okay? Ben. What's the matter?
The car is downstairs.
Is it Sky?
No, I don't think so. I think it's Gunther alone.
Is he waiting to drive you home?
Oh, just waiting.
What happened?
God, I think I've twisted my ankle. Ouch, that hurts. Oh, I think you should put some ice on this ankle before it starts swelling.
It's already started swelling.
No, it's not that bad, really. I think I can stand.
No. Sit down.
Oh, God. Don't worry, okay? I will call a doctor. No, please. Really, it's all right.
No, Miss Duval is right. I don't want you taking any risks. Now I'm going to go get an ice pack. You sit here.
Could I speak to Dr. Cavanaugh from Miss Duval, please?
Yeah, I'll talk to her. Martine.
Oh, hi, Doctor. I'm sorry to disturb you, but I have a little medical problem for you. Do you think you will have time to see one young lady with a bad swollen ankle?
Did you hurt yourself?
No, it's just one of our dancers. Well, I am at the studio now. I suppose I could take her to the hospital, but I thought...
No, bring her right over here.
Oh, okay. You're very kind. Thank you. All right, we're going to see a doctor right now. I'm going to get your coat, okay?
Ready?
Catching a cold in St. Louis can make you feel like singing the blues, so people rely on Alka-Seltzer Plus cold medicine.
St. Louis cold is a miserable cold.
I don't know which seems to get worse, the headache, the stuffiness, or the soreness from the runny nose.
Alka-Seltzer Plus cold medicine, fast relief for the St. Louis cold, fast relief for you.
I was totally relieved when I used the Alka-Seltzer Plus.
Well, I think it works. I like it.
And it works fast.
Whenever I have a cold again, I'll reach for Alka-Seltzer Plus.
It's everything it says it is and more.
Alka-Seltzer Plus cold medicine.
My family. Sometimes I got the feeling they were bored with my meals. Then I discovered Ore-Ida hash browns. I tried the crispy golden brown patties, then the tasty chunky southern style.
Goody.
Now, when my boys know I'm fixing Ore-Ida hash browns, they sure come a-running. Ore-Ida hash browns add excitement to any meal. When it says Ore-Ida, it's all-Ida.
I don't know when I've ever seen you look so unhappy about an assignment.
No. It's not the assignment, Mike. I've been working on this story ever since Gideon first ran away with all that money.
But he couldn't have chosen a better place to run. San Francisco is one of your favorite towns. Most fugitives try to leave the country.
Yeah, I expect that's what he had in mind when he went out west. I'm surprised he only got as far as the big city. He was seen by 3 or 4 people.
But they still haven't caught him.
No, but they're pretty sure where he is, and that's why Mark Greenfield thinks it would be good for me to be out there on the spot when he's apprehended.
But what about your job at the TV station?
Oh, that's no problem. Harry Bellamy is on tap to do the program, and even Geraldine thinks that it's going to be very good for the show, my being out in San Francisco.
It probably will be. Nancy, what is it? What's bothering you?
Oh, honey, you know I don't like to be away from you.
Well, that's nice to hear, but you've been out of town on assignments before.
I know, but here you are starting off on a whole new job.
Well, that's why the timing is so good. I'm going to be working very long hours for the next week or 2. I warned you about that.
Yes, I know.
So it seems to me that it couldn't be a better time for you to do something like this.
There is another reason. You know that story I've been working on. I told you about that.
But is it as important as the Gideon case?
Well, no. It isn't as important, but it is something that I did want to follow up on personally.
Personally?
I know, I'm sounding very mysterious.
That's all right. Journalists have the right to keep secrets, just as lawyers do.
Yeah. Oh, I told Mark Greenfield about the swearing-in ceremonies at City Hall tomorrow, so he's booking me on a later flight.
Good. And who knows, by the time you get out there, the police may have caught Gideon and you'll be able to take the next plane back.
I certainly hope so.
It's nice to know that you don't want to be away from me after all these years.
Oh, honey. The more years we have together, the more I want to be with you.
We've been lucky, haven't we? We haven't been apart that often.
No. There were times when we were. And those times were the worst in my life.
Yeah, for me too.
When you saw Miles, did he have anything to say about April and Draper?
I asked about them. The status seems to be quo.
Oh, dear, that's what I expected. When I saw April, she didn't seem to indicate when the separation would be over.
But she told you more than that, didn't she? She told you the reason for the separation.
Yes, she did.
That's all right. Don't worry. I'm not going to ask. Rights of the journalists, remember? Just make sure that you come back from San Francisco safe and sound, okay?
special way. Be there at 3 on the dot. Put in new ribbons when you braid her hair. Little things mean a lot.
The little things I do for my family really do mean a lot. So I care about everything that touches our lives, like white cloud.
White cloud?
Uh-huh. I can't buy a softer bathroom tissue.
So?
Well, white cloud's more than soft. It's made of 2 full, fluffy plies. And you know 2 are more than
1.
And watch this. See?
Wow.
White cloud's the most absorbent. Softness, fullness, and absorbency. They're all little things that add up to white cloud quality for this family.
Mom.
White cloud, because little things mean a lot.
Ta-da!
What big mugs. Beautiful.
Just made them.
For our store?
Nope, for us. Your coffee's so delicious now our old mugs aren't big enough.
Mrs. Olson, you said Folgers is different.
It's a special blend, best I've tasted.
Mountain grown.
The richest, most aromatic kind of coffee.
Your coffee is so good. We might even need bigger mugs.
Try mountain-grown Folgers.
Well, I know, but please, Mrs. Saxon, don't worry about it. I know I missed the boat with the Jordans, but that's okay. It really couldn't be helped.
Well, Kelly, maybe you missed the boat, but I still think there's a lot we can do to improve our children's programming.
Well, you have a program director, don't you? Kip Callahan?
Yes, and Kip does a very good job for us, too. But as you can imagine, he's a very busy man around here. And it occurred to me that he might be able to use some capable help.
You weren't thinking about me for the job, were you?
Well, not for the entire schedule, of course, but what would you think of helping Kip in the children's programming only?
Wow. What would I think?
As you know, children are a very important part of our viewing audience. The trick is to get them to watch something worthwhile, and that isn't always easy.
You know how much I love kids, Mrs. Saxon.
Yes, I know. I've seen you work with them, Kelly, and I think you'd be very good working for them. Well, what do you think? Are you interested?
Interested? When do I start?
Well, isn't this a pleasant surprise?
Took the words right out of my mouth. Come in.
Thank you.
I assume you came here to see your aunt.
Yes, we were going to get together to make arrangements for some theater parties after the opening of my dance company. What's all this? Is someone moving out?
In, and it's me.
Well, isn't that interesting? And how did all this come about?
Well, I got tired of living alone, and so did she, and we've been friends for years and years.
Oh, yes, that's right. You told me that you used to live at the old Whitney mansion, and now you're going to be living with Geraldine here?
Well, as long as she'll have me. Or until Prince Charming shows up at the front door on his white horse.
I don't believe they allow horses through this lobby.
Well, I don't believe there are any more Prince Charmings.
Oh, well.
Well, sit down. I'll get us a drink.
Oh, that'd be very nice. Thank you.
Okay. Yes, I think I shall have one. I'm in a very festive mood.
Well, you're certainly looking very well.
I am.
I hear that you've been through some very harrowing experiences.
Yes, I have. What would you like? We only have bourbon.
That would be fine, thanks.
Okay. Well, first I was shot at, and then I had to go to April's house because Molly Sherwood, the killer, went there, and I had to go warn her.
Well, that really was very brave of you, risking death the second time around.
Just don't get the wrong impression that I'm one of these pioneer-type women.
Oh, doesn't that image please you?
Well, it's not true. I happen to be one of the most whimsical women you'll ever meet.
Really? Well, you certainly don't seem whimsical. I mean, just a few days ago, you were being shot at by some crazy lady.
Yes.
Here you are, looking your best, hauling around dozens of pieces of luggage.
Well, I am helpless. The reason I'm moving here is because I don't want to be alone.
Oh, I'm sure that there must be hundreds of men in this town that would love to keep you company.
Yes, well, there's no one whose company I'd like.
Does that include present company?
No. However, I assume that your time is not your own.
Everything about me is my own. How would you like to get together and have dinner one night next week?
With Geraldine?
No, just the two of us. And then you can tell me more about your experiences. I'd love to hear about them firsthand.
Well, I would like that very much, but are you sure no one will mind?
Cheers.
Well, it's a sprain, all right, but shouldn't keep you out of action too long. I'm going to tape it up for you, all right?
Okay, thank you. Thank you for doing this, Doctor.
Life is tougher now than ever. And when the pressure's on, my job, my family, prices, I can get a rotten headache.
Life got tougher, and we got stronger. Announcing new Excedrin, unsurpassed strength with the two most powerful pain relievers you can buy, and a third ingredient that may make them work even harder on your headache.
On a tough day like this, I'm glad there's new Excedrin.
Life got tougher, and we got stronger. In capsules and new tablets, new extra-strength Excedrin.
Hey, who woke me up? Oh, sorry, Cuckoo. It's this cold. I'm stuffy and my sinuses, oh. Try 4-way long-acting nasal spray, Nose. It relieves stuffy noses and sinuses up to 10 hours to help you breathe easier so you can fall asleep easier. Hey, that's a blast. A blast that lasts all night. Thanks, Cuckoo. Your timing's right on the nose. 4-way long-acting nasal spray. The blast that lasts all night.
Linda Carter must rescue a vial of potentially catastrophic virus on Wonder Woman tonight at 6. Then later, Fred gets into an argument with his neighbor over the boundary line dividing their properties on Sanford and Son tonight at 7 on Channel 48.
I don't recommend you do any dancing the next few days. As a matter of fact, you better just stay off it.
No, I won't. It hurts too much.
All right. Well, we better get you home to rest. Come on.
Don't worry, okay? Up.
Okay, hang on. You have a car, don't you?
Yes, we do. My driver is waiting outside.
Okay, good.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome.
Thank you, Doctor.
Are you all right?
Yes.
Okay. There we go. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Yes?
I'm Mr. Val's driver.
Oh, I'm sorry. She forget something? Or?
I was wondering if you have, Doctor.
Beg your pardon?
I was wondering if you've forgotten that Mr. Val is a very special friend of Mr. Whitney.
What the hell are you talking about?
You know, that was a very unfortunate accident that happened to the young lady, wasn't it? You see, I always think that accidents should be prevented. Don't you?
Don't you think you ought to be driving the ladies where they have to go?
I just wanted to thank you, Dr. Cavanaugh, and to warn you about being careful. You know, accidents can happen to anyone. Do you understand that?
All right, we can leave now.
We're not going to have much time for dinner before you're due at the studio.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We'll just eat fast, okay? I wonder if I should answer that.
If you don't, all through dinner, you're going to be wondering who called.
Nancy Carr.
Hello, Mrs. Carr. It's Bobby. Bobby, the waitress.
Yes, Bobby. What is it?
You still interested in Matt Sharkey? Of course I am, but I'm having a little difficulty finding that hospital you told me about. Oh, well, Sharkey told me it might not, be listed anyplace. That's how private it is.
Well, that makes it even harder to find, doesn't it?
Truth is, I know the name of the place on account of... Well, Sharkey sent me a picture, and it arrived in the morning mail.
All right. So what is the name? Aren't you going to tell me?
Well, I'm not really sure I should. Why not? What? Do you want to be paid for it? I could really use some money, Mrs. Carr. I'm still getting hit with those Christmas bills. All right. I will give you more money. Now, when can we meet?
I gotta get back to work now. I'll call you at home.
Bobby!
I don't care what your friends are using. You're using a fluoride paste to fight cavities.
Mom, I want a gel for fresh breath.
Haven't you heard about double protection Aquafresh?
Aquafresh gives you all the cavity-fighting fluoride of the leading paste and all the breath freshener of the leading gel. Concentrated in one toothpaste.
Aquafresh has fluoride.
And breath freshener.
We'll switch to Aquafresh.
Double Protection Aquafresh fights cavities and freshens breath.
Get a little closer. Now don't be shy. You can get a little closer with Arid Extra Dry.
Only Arid has a patent on this formula that fights wetness. No leading deodorant spray stops odor better. And now Arid has a new baby fresh scent. It smells,
Get a little closer with the baby fresh scent of Arid Extra Dry.
Arid fights wetness and odor, now in a new baby fresh scent.
Join Gail Storm, Louie Nye, and Vic Tayback in Love Boat sailing your way next. Then the excitement really begins when host Dick Clark brings you the $50,000 Pyramid today at noon on Channel 48.
This is Field Communications in Philadelphia.
President's analyst. James Coburn, a successful New York shrink, is called to the White House to become the president's analyst.